The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For Penland, catch, shoot, three, up, and it swishes in. CP for three.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Rogers at the free throw line, kicks it out. Alvey into the left corner. Weichel three. Butter. Braylon Weichel flaming hot from the outside.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Good evening again from Harrogate, Tennessee at Tex Turner Arena, where Carson-Newman continues its 2026 NCAA tournament appearance. They defeated Columbus State in the opening round yesterday, and now the Lady Eagles are coming for the top seed Lincoln Memorial on this Saturday night. Good evening again, Andrew Rogers. Glad to welcome you courtside to Tex Turner Arena, where Carson-Newman will try to make its fourth ever regional championship appearance, and the Lady Eagles are in this semifinal contest of this Southeast Regional because of an 85-point effort against the 4th-seeded and 12th-ranked Columbus State Cougars yesterday. The Eagles won 85-73 behind a great performance from Maddie Knuckles and Carson-Newman's offense. They shot 54%, and Knucks led the way with 27 on 10 of 12 shooting to get Carson-Newman into the semifinal round and help the Lady Eagles win an NCAA tournament game for the third straight season. And now they're trying to make their fourth regional championship appearance in program history and the second in the last 3 seasons as well. And they're going up against a Lincoln Memorial team that has not lost at home this season. They've won 17 straight home games, the second longest active home winning streak in the country. That's what's at stake for a Carson-Newman team in the challenge ahead as the Lady Eagles try to win in the semifinal round of the Southeast Regional Tournament. Lenore Ryan awaits today's winner. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op service you can trust and value, you can depend on as well, powering Mossy Creek. We are AEC, powering what matters most. Here from the head coach, Mike Mincy, as his team gets ready for this Lincoln Memorial matchup, the rubber match. Carson-Newman won the first, LMU won the second, and now Mike Mincy gets you ready for the third when we return courtside to Harrogate, Tennessee after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers back here from Tex Turner Arena as Carson-Newman is in the round of 32 for a rubber match against Lincoln Memorial on this Saturday night here with head coach Mike Mincy on the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, good win last night, 54% shooting to score 85 points. It really felt like the player movement, ball movement in the half court. When there was a half court offensive play, your team executed at a high level in transition, off misses, and in the half court. What impressed you the most as you reflected back to get ready for an LMU defense that is really good on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I mean, obviously last night's game is going to be completely different than the night's game. You know, Columbus State was playing with a lot of pace. They pressed us. We don't get to see a lot of press, or at least for the entirety of the game, like what we saw last night. And, you know, you saw it. We got a lot of buckets out of the press and out of them, you know, trying to turn us over, which in turn gets them out of position, and we were able to get some easy looks at the rim. You know, got some easier looks from the three, but there was a lot to be happy about last night. Preaching about, especially on the offensive end, ball movement, player movement, not getting stagnant, not every time somebody catches it trying to dribble too much. It was really a fun game to go back and watch on film as you dissected it, and something we showed them today. And then on the other end, you know, defensively. Our defense, this entire postseason, I feel like our defense has been really good. We've obviously not pressed at all, and we've been in the half court trying to have better gap coverage, better help side coverage, and they've bought into it, and it gives you a chance to win and be successful when you can do that.
We'll go right into your defense, which has been really good, and a different matchup today against Camille Collier. You've obviously faced her twice in the regular season. About a month ago, you faced her in this building. Good offensive player, rebounds the ball well as well, and gets some second-chance points just as well as she can score on her first initial look. How, if any way, do you try to match up with her a third time in defensively against a team that obviously surrounds her with good shooting as well?
Well, with her, you know, the 2 years that she's been here, the 5 games we've played, she scored in double figures. But the last 3 games in particular, she's been in double figures, but we've held them like they've been in the high 50s to low 60s. So we're not real keen on like changing what we're doing. We just need to try to score the basketball. I mean, if we have to hold them to 50 or 55 points to try to win the game, that's going to be a tall task to do in and of itself on their home floor. But obviously, you know, they have Camille who goes inside a lot, and then we have Nux who is an inside-out presence. I think Camille's made like 6 threes, and then you got Nux who's made like 41. So, you know, you can look and see, well, where's the advantage? You know, they've got the advantage in the fact that they will run power-type sets and plays to get her the ball near the rim. And then Nux can pick and roll and try to get both. So it's a good battle, but you know, Camille's bigger than Nux, and it's really hard for her to go one-on-one. So at times when it calls for it, you know, we're going to try to bring a secondary defender to try to get the ball out of her hands.
Andrew Rogers here with head coach Mike Mincy courtside prior to this round of 32 matchup with the spot in the regional title game on the line. You're going up against LMU on their home floor, and something this program's never done is defeated the host team on their home floor in the NCAA tournament. It's been done before. Georgia Southwestern did it 2 years ago, and Coker did it in the title game last year against North Georgia to get to the Elite Eight. What do teams that in this type of environment do to collect wins of this nature in what will be probably a great environment tonight?
Well, you can't, you know, obviously I would expect LMU to have a fairly decent crowd with letting people in free and all that kind of stuff, you know. They had a pretty good crowd here last night. They got the band and cheerleaders. We won't have any band or any cheerleaders, so we'll be trying to make our own noise. And I thought we had a nice contingent of fans that were here last night, even though we won't have the extra noisemakers with that kind of stuff. But, you got to play through that stuff. And when they hit shots or when they go on runs, not let it get you out of your game. You just got to be able to play through that. And sometimes when you're on the road, if you can fuel that to your advantage to some degree, if you'll allow it to. And, it's like we played in a championship game against Coker last week. It was a neutral site game, but we were right there, and we knew you can't let the team get away from you. And we were right there, and then we had back-to-back turnovers, and they scored off all those turnovers, and we were down by 9. So you gotta keep the game close to where at the end you have a chance to win.
All right, best of luck tonight.
Thank you, Andrew.
That is the Lady Eagles head coach Mike Mincy. We're back for more from Tex Turner Arena after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Andrew Rogers back courtside from Tex Turner Arena here on the Eagles Sports Network as fifth-seeded Carson-Newman battles the top-seeded Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters, who are 15th in the country in the latest Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll. Carson-Newman has 2 ever-ranked wins in the NCAA tournament, and one of those was yesterday against 12th-rated Columbus State. Tonight's meeting between the Lady Eagles and the Rail Splitters is meeting 101, but just the first in the NCAA's tournament. The two sides have 7 all-time postseason meetings, 4 in the SAC tournament, 2 back in the NAIA tournament, and then 1 in the old VSAC tournament. Carson-Newman in those 7 meetings is 2-5, and now the two programs meet for the first time ever in the NCAA tournament with a regional championship berth on the line. It's Carson-Newman. It's Lincoln Memorial on this Saturday night. A nice little East Tennessee tussle to play for the regional championship. The matchup heads your way after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This
Goes up with the right hand, scores, and one.
is Carson-Newman Women's Basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To Weichel, top of the key three for Braylon's up, swished in. Braylon Weichel from downtown gives Carson-Newman the lead back.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Good evening once again from Harrogate, Tennessee, here on the campus of Lincoln Memorial University, where Carson-Newman challenges the 15th rated Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters on this Saturday night in Harrogate, Tennessee. Nowhere else you'd rather be than right here on the Eagle Sports Network for this matchup between two teams here in East Tennessee. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters. They're coached by Devin Carter. This is his 6th season. He's got 95 career wins with the Rail Splitters. In the backcourt is a 5'8" guard from Maryville, Tennessee. Tusculum transfer Lexi Patty averages nearly 12 points per game, but has scored just 14 points in her last 3. Also in the backcourt, a 5'7" guard from Lebanon, Tennessee. In 27 minutes per game, Asia Barr averages 7 points per game and shoots 30% from 3. Also in the backcourt, an all-SAC guard, senior from Somerset, Kentucky, Trebecca Nazarene transfer Alexa Smitty. She puts home 12.5 points per game, leads the team in assists with 106 this season. The front court consists of a 5'10" senior forward from St. Cloud, Minnesota. That's Kiara Anderson, also a good shooter from long range, shoots 35% from 3. And the lineup rounds out with the conference's SAC Conference Player of the Year and Region Player of the Year, Camille Collier. She averages 18 points per game with 11 rebounds and has 20 double-doubles this season. Third most double-doubles at the Division II level this season. That's LMU's starting 5. Carson-Newman's going to go with a lineup that it's used now for a 3rd straight game and for the 4th time this year. Senior guards Emily Gonzalez and Jennifer Sullivan make up the Eagles' backcourt. Junior forwards are Keely Rogers and Maddie Knuckles, and Delaney Weddington will get her 4th start out there as a front court player as well. 4th straight game. That is Mike Mincy's starting combination. All right, Lincoln Memorial, the top seed in those home white uniforms on their home floor. With the blue lettering across the front that reads LMU. Carson-Newman's back in those visiting blues. With orange written across the front, it reads Carson-Newman with the number in between it. The official has bounced the ball once. He puts it in the air. Knuckles taps it to Anderson for LMU. And the Rail Splitters start with the ball moving left to right. Game's first possession. Smitty around his screen, top of the key, lobs Collier right elbow, curling his Barr for a 3. She pump fakes it, now drives inside the arc, dishes inside, pass caught by Collier, goes up, missed the shot underneath. Rebound, Maddie Knuckles, and Carson-Newman runs up the floor right to left. Gonzalez inside the arc, backing down Smitty, goes to the basket, and an offensive foul. Gonzalez lowered the shoulder. And it's an offensive foul on Gonzalez, and the Eagles have a offensive foul and turnover 26 seconds into this round of 32 matchup. The winner gets Lenore Ryan on Monday night at 7 o'clock. Barr brings it up the floor. The right-hand dribbler gives it to Smitty, top of the key, around a screen, moving left. Lost the ball, now recovers near midcourt. Alexis Smitty crosses over, bounces the ball. Foul line catch for Collier. Drives, puts one up, missed it wildly. Rebound loose underneath. Rogers there to scoop it up. And LMU empty on its first 2 trips down the floor. Rogers, right to left dribble, inside the arc, dishes corner. Knuckles pump fakes a shot, now drives middle. Look for a cutter, instead throws it near midcourt where Sullivan recovers. Halfway through the possession, we're a minute in, still scoreless. Sullivan out front, left-hand dribble, gives it to Knuckles on a pick and pop. Shot not there, she dribbles and hands off for Rogers. 6'5", Rogers inside the arc, stops, running shot, floats it up, it's too strong. Lexi Patty rebounds for the Splitters. 100 seconds into this semifinal game, we're scoreless. Smitty around his screen, moving left, drives inside, kicks it left corner. Patty triple in, up and in. Game's first points come from Lexi Patty on a corner triple. And it's 3-0 LMU. Carson-Newman gets its 3rd offensive possession. 1 missed shot, 1 turnover. Gonzalez at the elbow, pump fakes a shot, throws it inside. Weddington wide open for a right-hand layup. Weddington sneaks behind LMU's defense. They left her wide open, and Gonzalez finds her for 2. Eagles within a point as we approach 2 minutes into this semifinal game of the NCAA tournament. Collier, free throw line, dish corner, Barr. Guarded by Gonzalez. Barr drives middle. Dishes left corner. Patty's open. Here's another 3 from Lexi Patty. This one's too strong. Offensive rebound, Collier. Kicks it out. Barr. She dropped the ball. It hit her in the face, and Carson-Newman takes it away. Transition. Gonzalez flips it to a cutting Rogers. Drives inside. Keeley stops. Bounces out Knuckles. Knuckles drives a closeout and lost the ball. It got deflected off her knee and out of bounds. Second Carson-Newman turnover gives the ball back to the Rail Splitters with 7:41 to go in the opening quarter as Barr walks back up the floor. Was touching her nose there as she walked up the floor, dropped that ball, and it hit her in the face. She seems to be okay, though, as the LMU offense gets going in the half court. Smitty pass deflected out near midcourt, recovered by Smitty now at midcourt. She brings it to the head of the key, moving right around the screen, dishes to a cutting Patty out front now. Timer down to 10. Patty inside the arc, now pulls it back out and gives to Barr. Throw it inside. Pass deflected and stolen by Rogers for Carson-Newman. No numbers, but Rogers takes it inside. Flips one up. Left-hand finish off the window. 4 straight from Carson-Newman. And now we have an LMU player shaken up in the deep corner behind the basket. Lexi Patty took, I think, a shot to the face there as Keely Rogers was driving in the painted area there. And so Patty will leave the floor with 7:10 to go in the first quarter, and they'll bring in Malia Hill, the Lenore Ryan transfer. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 3 minutes in, Lady Eagles lead by a point. Collier right elbow catch. Back to the basket. Now dishes corner. Malia Hill lines up a triple. It's short. Rebound falls right into the lap of Keely Rogers. Carson-Newman by 1 with the ball in transition. Dish it left corner. 1 dribble pull up for Delaney. Weddington misses strong. We've got a foul going for the rebound as Gonzalez was knocked over by Alexa Smitty. The senior guard from Kentucky commits her first and LMU's first foul of the opening quarter. Carson-Newman by a point, 6:46 to go in the first quarter. Inbound Knuckles right corner. Dish it back out front. Rogers to a cutting Knuckles. She rips through, drives to the basket. Right hand layup is good. High off the window. 6 straight for Carson-Newman. 3rd different Lady Eagle to score here in the opening minutes. And they have a 3-point lead. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Malia Hill, right hand dribble at the head of the key. Still dribbles with that right hand. Light pressure. Nearly threw it away. Sullivan steals the ball along the sideline. Saves it inbounds right in front of our broadcast location. Eagles take it away and get a steal. Gonzalez around his screen, drives right. Back to the basket. Dishes to a curling Sullivan. She pump fakes the triple. Now throws it inside to Weddington. Backing down Smitty. Right hand hook. Left it short. Barr rebounds. Splitters are 1 of 5 from the field. They dish it corner for Anderson, who drives baseline, falls down. Weddington takes the ball away. Steal for Carson-Newman. Transition Sullivan. 3 in rhythm. It rolls through. A 9-0 run from Carson-Newman, but the Eagles do have an injured player as Emily Gonzalez is slow to get to her feet and is shaken up with 5:49 to go in this first quarter. It's a 9-0 run on Jen Sullivan's first 3 of the NCAA tournament. And now the concern for senior guard Emily Gonzalez as head coach Mike Mincy and athletic trainer Rebecca Spate are tending to her underneath LMU's basket. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop. They are the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles and located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. You can visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. All right, Gonzalez will limp toward the bench area, and she's going to get up on the athletic training table and be tended to by Rebecca Spate. Gonzalez is a warrior. This is her 127th career game and the 82nd straight game that the senior has played in. She goes out. Carly Hayworth comes in. Barr around his screen. Rail Splitters haven't scored in 3 minutes. Dish it out. Anderson, wide open three. Buried it. LMU's baskets have come from long range, and they make it 9-6. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Hayworth calls out the play and hands for Sullivan. Back out front, Rogers. Corner touch for Weddington. The freshman dribbles once and gives to Knuckles. Back to the right side, Rogers gives it to a curling Sullivan around his screen. She picks and pops with Knuckles, who's wide open. Tray ball up, tray ball down. Knuckles from downtown. She's hit her first 2 shots and has 5, and Carson-Newman regains a 6-point lead. 12-6, halfway through the opening quarter. Barr, one-hand pass to Patty, driving left. Dish it corner, Anderson. One dribble around his screen, gives it back to Patty. Patty cut off going to the baseline. Now third inside. Collier pump fakes, goes up, missed it. Rebound loose. Weddington grabs it for Carson-Newman. Outlet pass right side for Carly Hayworth. She dribbles into a left wing 3. It's up. It is too strong. Collier rebounds. It looked good, but just a hair strong from Carly. Gives LMU the possession back. Rail Splitters have turned it over 4 times in the last 4 minutes. To go along with 5 missed shots. That's why they trail by 6 right now. Smitty around his screen. Lost the ball. Sullivan deflects it away and steals the ball. Transition. Carson-Newman. Rogers leading the break. Lost it for a moment. Recovers and dribbles back out near the LMU logo and will reset for the Eagles offensively. Hayworth around his screen. Defender goes under. She turns down the 3. Now dribbles the ball to Rogers. Rogers crossover at the foul line. Gets it poked away. Recovers. Flips it up. Right-hand shot. Too strong. Patty rebounds for LMU. Still waiting for our media break. We have less than 4 minutes to play in this first quarter. Eagles by 6. Patty dishes out. Anderson top of the key. 2 dribbles and a bounce pass to the block for Collier. Back out Anderson. 3 up. 3 is short. Good boxing out by Carson-Newman, and Knuckles right there to let the rebound bounce into her hands. Transition Carson-Newman. Eagles don't have anything, and so Hayworth dribbles toward the left side. At the foul line, stops, gives to Weddington. Delaney bounces the ball to the baseline. Knuckles driving baseline on Collier. Reverse layup with a right hand from the left side. 7 first quarter points for Maddie Knuckles, and Carson-Newman leads 14-6 with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. These two teams have been playing for more than 2 minutes consistently now. There has not been a stoppage for a long time. Third to the baseline. Collier's doubled, kicks it back out. Patty 3-ball in the air, left it short. Knuckles deflects the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll go to Lincoln Memorial after a break. What a response by Carson-Newman. The Lady Eagles have scored 14 of the last 17 points and have held Lincoln Memorial to just a 2 of 8 shooting start. And Mike Mincy's crew leads 14-6 behind a couple of threes and 7 early points from Maddie Knuckles. 14-6, 3:03 to go first quarter in the semifinal round of this Southeast Regional on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years is Magaha Electric, the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. You can visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electric contracting needs. Magaha Electric is your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. LMU throws it right inside to Camille Collier, who makes a right-hand layup. So it's a 6-point lead for Carson-Newman now. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Knuckles reverses the ball to the baseline. Weddington gives it back to a cutting Knuckles, who fades, turns, kicks it out. Sullivan. Rail Splitters faithful wanted to travel. Sullivan driving inside, hangs, floats one up, missed it strong, follows her miss. One power dribble, lobs it out. Hayworth. The Eagles reset, up 6. Carly dribbles at the top of the key. Now one hands a pass for Rogers. Bounce pass baseline, Weddington. 9 to shoot. Delaney dribbles to the left wing, gives it to Sullivan. 5 to shoot. Jen around a Knuckles screen, throws it away. Smitty steals. Transition. Smitty fakes a shot, now is pressured and bounces baseline Collier. She pump fakes on Knuckles, drives baseline, reverse layup, left it short. Weddington defensive rebound for Carson-Newman. The freshman's got her second. Eagles, Rogers, transition, gives it to Hayworth. 2 minutes to play first quarter. Carly gives it back to Keely Rogers. One-hand pass to Sullivan right side. Jen, guarded by Asia Barr, backs her down to the foul line, had it poked away, a steal for Barr. Transition, Rail Splitters. Eagles get back quickly in transition, and so Barr holds things up out front. The senior guard with one hand bounces the ball to Collier at the foul line. The Conference Player of the Year dishes back to Barr. Left wing three is good. LMU's hit 3 threes, and they are within 3 with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. They've got 5 straight to the Rail Splitters. Pass to Sullivan, back out front, Knuckles. Now one more to Rogers. Bounce feed cross court. Hayworth catches around a Knuckles screen, gives it to Rogers. Keeley drives, gives it to Knuckles. Catch and fire 3, left it short. Rogers deflects the rebound to a cutting Sullivan, who floats it up, left it short. Collier rebounds for LMU. A minute to play in the first quarter. Lexi Patty dribbles to the left wing. Shovels it off Smitty. Smitty drives, bounce pass. Collier catches and scores. 7 straight for LMU. It's a 1-point Carson-Newman lead with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hayworth inside the arc, cut off, and now dribbles to the wing. Looks for a pass, nobody open, and we've got a foul away from the ball on Lincoln Memorial. It'll be on Kiara Anderson. The senior forward commits just the game's 3rd foul and the 2nd on LMU. 43.5 seconds to play in the first quarter, and Carson-Newman's going to the bench, and so is LMU. They may be reviewing that previous play. That was a foul on Kiara Anderson. The officials are huddled up at the top of the key, and now will make their way as a group to the scores table across the way. And they are going to go to the monitor to maybe see if there was something that was unobserved on the initial play there. They did get Anderson for a foul, but maybe there's something more there on that play. 43 seconds to go first quarter. Rail Splitters on a 7-0 run during this Carson-Newman stretch where the Lady Eagles have not scored in nearly 3 minutes. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. You get a large one-topping pizza for $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman, 46% from the field so far, 6 of 13 to LMU's 5 of 13, but the Rail Splitters within 1 because they've made an extra 3. Then Carson-Newman, LMU's 3 of 7 from deep, while Carson-Newman is 2 of 4. Most other statistics so far pretty even as well in this opening half, as 2 of the 3 officials are across the way at midcourt conversing with the monitor to see if there's anything extra than potentially on Kiara Anderson for that away from the play foul that happened here with 43.6 seconds to go in this first quarter. Really good crowd that's made the trip again from Jefferson City, and certainly LMU's home crowd making an impact here in Harrogate, Tennessee as well. Mike Mincy having a good laugh as he huddles up with his team right in front of our broadcast location across the way. But Carson-Newman's traveled well here for the 2nd straight night, playing here in Harrogate, Tennessee at the NCAA tournament. A good chunk of that lower section behind Carson-Newman's bench is full, with a whole host of Eagle fans above the lower bowl section as well, cheering on these Lady Eagles in the NCAA tournament for the 8th time in the last 9 years, and are cheering on a team that's won an NCAA tournament game for the 3rd straight year, something this program has not seen prior to this run. All right, 2 of the officials looked it over. Now the 3rd has gone over to look at the monitor to see what she may potentially see and whether there is a flagrant act potentially away from the ball on Kiara Anderson. It was just her first foul, and it was LMU's second foul of the quarter. Neither of these teams have attempted a free throw yet. Got a couple LMU fans leaning over their seats to try to get a look at that monitor as well. Now the 3 officials have left the scores table. They're talking things over, potentially about what they see. And the more you talk, the more makes me think that there may not be enough to determine a flagrant act. And there just wasn't enough there to look at it. But we'll see what they determined to be the case. Carson-Newman has watched Lincoln Memorial rally from down 8 in this first quarter thanks to a 7-0 run to make it a 1-point game here. As now the officials have broke their huddle, and 2 of them are going back to the monitor. So an extended delay here with 43.5 seconds to play in this opening quarter, where Carson-Newman leads Lincoln Memorial 14-13. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital is laser-focused on your success. They are going to upgrade that foul on Kiara Anderson to a flagrant 1 foul. So that will give Carson-Newman's ball in the half-court possession there. So the Eagles will keep the possession but also get 2 foul shots on the flagrant foul that has been called on Lincoln Memorial's Kiara Anderson. Oh, maybe it's a flagrant foul on Carson-Newman, actually. LMU's going to go on, maybe on Keely Rogers, called for that flagrant foul. She was the one in the play with Anderson. And they're going to say there was a flagrant 1 on Keely Rogers after the play. So Collier attempts the free throw and missed it. So we had the away from the play foul, but there was a flagrant 1 on Rogers. So here's the second foul shot from Collier. She makes it. So it's an 8-0 run. And because it was a flagrant foul, LMU gets the possession as well. So tie game at 14, and the Rail Splitters can regain the first quarter lead after this flagrant foul and possession in their hands. A 13-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. Caroline Hill into the game for the first time. Guard Smitty, the point guard, gives it to Barr, right wing. Now corner Patty. Back out Barr. Pump fakes a 3, throw it inside. Collier met by a double, dishes corner. Smitty guarded by Sybil Penland, who's in for the first time. Dribbles out to the head of the key. 8 to shoot. Pulls up. Free throw line shot. Missed it strong. Collier deflects the rebound where it's grabbed by Caroline Hill. And Mike Mincy says let's hold for 1. 12 seconds. Emily driving inside. Dishes out Caroline Hill. 8 to shoot. Hill going to fire a long 3. Missed it strong. Patty rebounds. 4 seconds. Lexi Patty across half court. 3 and 2. Patty driving inside. Running shot up and in as the buzzer sounds. Lincoln Memorial ends the first quarter on a 10-0 scoring run over the final 3 minutes. Lexi Patty goes coast to coast, and the Splitters take a 2-point lead into the second quarter. Carson-Newman led by 8. Rail Splitters rally for the final 10 of the first quarter to send us to a 16-14 score as we head to the second here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Lincoln Memorial in the midst of a 10-0 scoring run to take a 2-point lead as we get ready to start this second quarter of play. It is Carson-Newman basketball moving right to left. Rogers inbounds to Gonzalez, and the second quarter has started here in Harrogate. But the clock has not started. Game clock started, 6 seconds rolled off, but the shot clock stayed at 30. And so we'll have a pause in the action prior to Carson-Newman resuming its first possession here in quarter two. Lady Eagles shoot 43%, actually outshot LMU, but that extra three made by the Rail Splitters and a free throw, the difference on the scoreboard at this moment as Rogers fakes a pass, now inbounds on a lob to Gonzalez near midcourt. 10 seconds in the second quarter, first possession for Carson-Newman. Emily dribbles out front, looks for a pass, now bounces into the foul line, Rogers. Keeley dribbles once, gives it right wing. Gonzalez lining up a tray ball, she swishes it in. Emily Gonzalez's first points come from long range, and Carson-Newman goes back in front by a single point 30 seconds into the second. Patty dribbles, gives to Barr. Pump fakes a three around a Collier screen, dribbling left. Carson-Newman switches defensively. They've got a mismatch on Collier. Eagles will double Collier, who ditches out Barr. One more Smitty. She pump fakes a three, drives inside, hangs, blocked by Penland. And Chloe Heath rebounds. One freshman blocked it, and the other rebounded. Rogers, transition, dish it, Caroline Hill, right wing. Hill gives it back to Rogers, deep corner, now back out front, Heath. One more to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a right-hand dribble out front. Light pressure on her defensively. She drives, dishes out Hill. Hill with 10, dishes back to Chloe Heath, who dribbles into a handoff with Penland, who's doubled. Penland gives it to Gonzalez, 4 seconds. Emily driving inside, hangs, flips one up, and missed it. Rebound loose, and Anderson has it for LMU on the defensive end. Rail Splitters down one, have the ball moving left to right. Patty brings it front court, lob inside for Collier. She rips through going baseline on Chloe Heath, goes up and scores. LMU back in front by a point on Camille Collier's 7th point. 18-17 Splitters, 8:20 to go second quarter. Gonzalez bounce feed, Rogers left elbow. Keeley dribbles a couple of times, now finds a backdoor cutting Hill, who lobs it corner Gonzalez. Gonzalez driving inside to the basket, right-hand layup, hit the bottom of the rim. Rebound deflected out by LMU. And possession will stay with Carson-Newman with 8:07 to play in the second quarter. And the Lady Eagles are going to go back to the bench. They'll bring Madeline Ladd in for the first time, while Jen Sullivan returns to Carson-Newman's lineup as well. Rogers and Hill will sit. Gonzalez to inbound right side of the baseline. Looks, gives it to the baseline. Sullivan, 4-foot shot, left it short. Patty rebounds the ball. Good look there, but Sullivan didn't get the friendly roll on this LMU iron. Patty, left-hand dribble around a free throw line screen. Dishes left wing, bars wide open for a three. Missed it strong. Anderson and Collier knock it away from each other, and then Penland steals the ball. Sybil Penland driving, left hand, layup up and in. Coast-to-coast finish for Penland after the steal. And Carson-Newman goes back up by one, 19-18, with 7:37 to go until halftime. Two LMU players fought for the offensive rebound, and then Sybil came right out of there and just poked it free from him. Collier, skip pass, Patty, right wing. One senior gives it to another in the corner. Barr back out to Patty. Looking inside, they give it to Collier at the elbow. She faces against Heath, kicks it out. Barr, 7 to shoot. She drives baseline, stops, shoots, and missed it strong. Sybil Penland rebounds defensively for Carson-Newman, who leads by one with possession. Sybil crosses over, stops at the foul line, looks for a pass, had it poked away and stolen by Kiara Anderson. 6th Carson-Newman turnover. Patty dribbles into a handoff with Smitty. Smitty drives inside, dishes out Collier. She'll line a three. Missed it strong. Back iron miss, and Chloe Heath grabs the defensive rebound for Carson-Newman. More than 3 minutes into quarter two, Carson-Newman by one. Right side, Sullivan fakes a pass, driving middle, dishes out. Sybil Penland attacks the closeout, goes right to the basket, right hand layup, blew the bunny, left it strong, and now Gonzalez steals the ball as two players go colliding in the lane. It's last touch by LMU. Gonzalez stole the outlet pass, and then Collier came in to deflect it away from her, and the two collided inadvertently. And possession is going to be with Carson-Newman, who makes a couple of subs here as well. Knuckles and Weddington come back in, while Penland and Chloe Heath sit. 6:34 to go until halftime. It's Carson-Newman by 1 with possession. Sullivan to inbound in front of LMU's bench. Lobs it into Gonzalez. Knuckles catches the ball, top of the key, gives it to Delaney Weddington. The freshman backs her defender down to the foul line, now gives to Sullivan. A couple of jab sets, now a three from Jen, and swished in. Sullivan's second three increases Carson-Newman's lead back to 4. Jen has 144 career threes in the orange and blue. 22-18. We come up on 4 minutes into this second quarter. Bounce pass, Collier had it poked away. Callie Housley into the game for the first time. Dribbles around his screen. Fakes a handoff, now gives to Patty. Top of the key, 10 to shoot. Patty dribbles, hands off bar. She pump fakes a three, drives inside, dish it out. Housley a triple. Missed it short. Rebound, Sullivan tracks it down in the corner. Eagles running in transition. Jen dishes it, corner, Gonzalez. She fakes a pass. Now bounces baseline. Weddington's got it, but she's fouled. 5:40 to go in the second quarter. Carson-Newman by 4, and LMU has the first foul of the second quarter. It's on Asia Barr, reaching in on that entry feed to the baseline for Weddington. First foul on Barr. Inbound to Knuckles. Backing down Collier. Spins. Now looks for a pass and dishes out front Gonzalez. Emily, crossover dribble into the lane, dishes baseline. Weddington pump fakes, drives inside, reverse layup, got bumped and fouled. 5:27 to go until halftime. Delaney Weddington will get 2 free throws after a foul on Callie Housley, the sophomore from Corbin, Kentucky. Commits LMU's second team foul of the quarter, and Carson-Newman and her first. And now Carson-Newman gets its first free throws of the game. The freshman in her 4th career start is nothing but strings on her first free throw. It's kind of been a first half of runs. Carson-Newman's now scored 6 straight during a stretch where LMU has not scored as Weddington comes up short on the second free throw. 23-18, 5:20 to go until halftime. Patty dribbles out front, moving right around his screen. Crosses over, gives to Anderson. Pass deflected by Weddington. Collier tracks it down near midcourt. And now we have a discrepancy with the shot clock, which reset all the way to 30. The officials quickly change it to 17 with 5:10 to go in this second quarter. All right, 23-18, Carson-Newman leads Lincoln Memorial. And the Rail Splitters keep it. They'll have 17 to shoot. Patty inbounds in front of Carson-Newman's bench and gives it to Barr, who gives it back to Patty. The senior transfer from Tusculum dribbles around his screen, moving right, try to crossover. Gonzalez picked her pocket, but Anderson ends up with it for LMU, drives inside, blocked by Knuckles underneath. Sullivan rebounds the ball for the Lady Eagles, who bring it front court. Jen goes behind the back, gives it to Knuckles. Reverse it, Gonzalez, now corner to Madeline Ladd. Ladd, one-hand pass to Weddington, who pump fakes, drives inside, left-hand layup, high off the window, rolls off. Patty rebounds. Transition, Lincoln Memorial. Patty reverses right side, Anderson catches and gives to Housley. Housley crosses over, gives it on a pick and pop to Anderson. They look inside, they dish it now back to Housley. 3 up, 3 barely hit the backboard, and LMU touched it last. Out of bounds. It'll be Carson-Newman ball after a media break. 4:27 to go in the second quarter. Carson-Newman has the last 6 points, which has come over the last 3 minutes of game action. 23-18, Lady Eagles with 4:27 until halftime. It's the second round of the NCAA tournament. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers back courtside here at Tex Turner Arena, where Carson-Newman leads 23-18. We mentioned this first half's been a half of scoring runs. Carson-Newman went on a 9-0 run to lead by 6 in the first quarter. LMU responded with a 10-0 run, and now the Lead Eagles have the last 6 to lead by 5. It's Carson-Newman ball out of the media break. Sullivan driving middle, met by 2 defenders, dishes out Weddington. One more corner to Gonzalez, who traveled. Took an extra step before moving the ball, or before dribbling the ball. And it's a turnover, number 8 on Carson-Newman. Check that, 7 on Carson-Newman. Eagles getting it done defensively right now, though. LMU has just 1 basket in 7 shot attempts here in quarter 2. 9-2 Lady Eagles in the period. Patty catches at the foul line, rips through against Gonzalez. Now dishes corner Anderson. Quick trigger 3, left it short. Gonzalez leaps high into the air for the defensive rebound. Dribbles and hands off Sullivan. Jen dishes baseline. Weddington catches a power dribble, lost it in the lane. Dishes back out. Sullivan for 3. This one's wide left. Weddington in there for the rebound, but Patty takes it away and dribbles up the floor. 3-on-2 break. Patty dribbling to the basket, crushes into Sullivan for an offensive foul. Jen missed the triple, but got back defensively and stands in and takes a charge on Lexi Patty. First foul on Patty and LMU's 3rd here in quarter 2. Ball back to Carson-Newman, who continues to play elite defensive work. They've held LMU scoreless now for more than 5 minutes. Gonzalez brings it front court for Carson-Newman, who leads by 5. Sullivan right wing, reverses to Ladd, now left wing Weddington. Top of the key catch for Knuckles. Knuckles guarded by Anderson, had it poked away, recovers out near the sideline, 10 to shoot. Knucks crosses over a couple of times, spins in the lane, lefty layup up too strong, rebound deflects to the baseline. Eagles didn't hit the rim, kick it out, Sullivan 2 to shoot, she fires and hits! Jen's 3rd 3. It's a 9-0 extended run for Carson-Newman to lead by 8. 26-18. Sullivan dishes, or guard Smitty, who dishes to the elbow for Collier. 1 dribble and a dish to Patty, right wing. Lefty dribbles to the foul line, dishes left wing. Anderson triple. There's the answer finally. Kiara Anderson drills her second 3. LMU's second basket of the second quarter comes with 2:35 to go until halftime. Gonzalez around his screen. Drives to the basket. Right hand shot off the window. Finds its way through. Emily's 5th point answers LMU's basket. It's 28-21 with 2:20 until the break. Smitty, chest pass to Patty. Now a lob to Collier at the elbow. Collier dribbles left on Knuckles, kicks it out. Smitty, catch and fire from the wing is good. LMU starting to find its groove on offense. Back-to-back triples. Make it a 4-point game with 2 to play in the second quarter. Gonzalez in the lane backing down Malia Hill. Now dribbles away from the paint and back outside the arc. Around 2 screens, gives to Sullivan. Jen around his screen, met by a double, dribbles away from it. In the corner, gives it to Madeline Ladd. Forward inside, Weddington. She pump fakes, drives, puts one up, left hand finish off the window. The freshman has her second basket, and Carson-Newman leads by 6 with 100 seconds left in the opening half. Lady Eagles have made their last 3 shots from the field. Patty, top of the key, around his screen, driving left. Kicks it right wing. Malia Hill lines up a 3. It looks good. It is good. 3rd straight triple from Lincoln Memorial, and it's 30-27 now. LMU has made 3 straight shots after starting 1 of 7 in this quarter. Gonzalez at the foul line. Right-hand dribble. Fakes a spin. Pump fakes. Met by 3 white jerseys. Loses the ball to the floor. It's loose, and Collier ties up possession with Knuckles. It'll be a turnover. Held ball. We'll send it back to LMU with 64 seconds left until halftime. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, Eagle fans, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you by visiting trilite.net. Both teams have made their last 3 shots, but 2 of the 3, or actually all 3 of those shots for LMU are tray balls. They've hit 6 of their 15 threes. Handoff, Smitty, pump fakes a three. Eagles switch, now get back defensively. Collier, jump hook over Knuckles, missed it strong. Knuckles grabs the defensive rebound, her third of the half. And gives to Rogers, who brings it front court. Bounce pass into the lane. Weddington backs downhill. Right-hand shot off the window is good. Delaney Weddington with 4 straight from Carson-Newman. She's got 7. The lead back to 5 with a 5-second difference between the two clocks here late in the second quarter. Collier top of the key. One dribble and a handoff with Barr. Eagles switch defensively. The taller Knuckles guards the speedy Barr, who goes to the baseline, shoots, and is fouled. Foul on Carson-Newman's Delaney Weddington. Reached in there on Barr, and that's Carson-Newman's first foul of the second quarter, first on the freshman, who will send Asia Barr to the foul line with 18.4 seconds to play in this second quarter. Rail Splitters will bring Lexi Patty back in for this final defensive situation. Good thing Carson-Newman's found its groove here offensively. They've made their last 4 shots to keep up with an LMU team that's scored on its last 5 possessions down this end of the floor, as Barr, by the sound of the banging chairs, makes the first free throw. 32-28, next one up. This one's well short. Rebound loose, and it's deflected out to Weddington. Weddington skips it up the floor to Sullivan near the sideline. She's doubled, gives it back to Weddington. 10 seconds. Eagles can hold for 1, 7 seconds. Gonzalez left wing, met by 2, dishes Knuckles. She'll catch, fire a 3, missed it. Rogers catches, puts it back up, missed it. And that's the first half. Rogers had a point-blank bunny, but came up strong in her layup attempt. And the first half here inside of Tex Turner Arena has came to a close. Carson-Newman shoots 46% and made their final 4 of their final 5 shots to gain a 4-point lead, 32-28. Balanced effort. The starting group had 30 of the 32, led by Jen Sullivan's 9 points on 3 made threes. Lady Eagles, for the second straight night, lead at halftime at the NCAA tournament. 32-28. We'll break it all down with the Eagle Shop halftime report. Let's head your way after these messages along the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagle Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime on the Eagle Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagle Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Euro step in the lane, shot up off glass. It falls in for Keely Rogers.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
It is 32 for Carson-Newman at intermission here in the round of 32 of the NCAA Tournament's Southeast Regional here. It's 32 for Carson-Newman, 28 for Lincoln Memorial here at halftime inside of Tex Turner Arena, a building where the top-seeded Rail Splitters have not lost in this season. They've been taken to overtime, but they've won 17 straight dating back to the end of last year. They went a perfect 14-0. Or rather 13-0 in the regular season, won their first game of this tournament in this building yesterday. And Carson-Newman's trying to spoil that and make another regional championship appearance by defeating the Rail Splitters. Off to a good start, 45% shooting to score 32 first-half points. In a first half that really had a bunch of scoring runs, just a couple of scoring runs that are notable from that first half. LMU had the first basket 90 seconds in. It was a three-pointer, but then Carson-Newman rattled off a 9-0 run. 3 layups from 3 different players, and then a Jen Sullivan 3 capped a 9-0 burst over 2.5 minutes to give Carson-Newman a 6-point lead. The lead got up to 8 points after 5 straight from Maddie Knuckles, but LMU held Carson-Newman scoreless for the final 3.5 minutes of quarter one, and the Rail Splitters rattled off the final 10 points of the quarter to lead 16-14. But then Carson-Newman had the second quarter answers. Emily Gonzalez opened the quarter with a 3 LMU answer, but then the Lady Eagles, after trailing by a point, would go on a 9-0 run. Jen Sullivan capped the run, another Carson-Newman scoring run with her third 3, her second during the 9-0 scoring run to make it a 26-18 Carson-Newman advantage with 3 minutes to play in that second quarter, but the Rail Splitters got hot. They missed 6 of their first 7 shots in that second quarter and went on to make 3 of their final 5. And all 3 of those baskets were 3-pointers from 3 different players to help get this thing to a 4-point spread in what it is at halftime here, 32-28. Here's some more first half numbers. The turnover battle pretty even. LMU committed 1 more turnover, 9-8, but Carson-Newman, despite having 8 turnovers and has seen LMU get 9, Lady Eagles have scored 13 points off LMU turnovers, while LMU has only scored 4 points on Carson-Newman's 8 turnovers. So Lady Eagles are taking advantage of some of those mistakes that the Rail Splitters have made so far. The Eagles also doubling up an LMU team in terms of points in the paint, 16-8 advantage. LMU's made 6 threes of their 10 total baskets in that first half of play. To note, LMU had 34 paint points at least. They had 34 in the last meeting and 38 in the first meeting against Carson-Newman. So Eagles have done well defensively inside the arc in that first half to shoot 45% and hold LMU to 37% shooting and just 4 of 12 shooting on shots inside the arc. Jen Sullivan's got 9 points on 3 triples. She now has 145 for her career and 84 this season to make it the second highest 3-point total in a season in program history. Jen only trails Braylon Weichel for the most threes in a single season. Jen's got 84 this year, with 3 more in this game to give her 9 points. Maddie Knuckles and Delaney Weddington each have 7 on efficient 50% shooting, while Emily Gonzalez, Keely Rogers, and Sybil Penland have combined for the other 9 for Carson-Newman. Camille Collier, the conference's player of the year and the region's player of the year, has 7 points and 5 rebounds to pace 5 different Rail Splitters that have scored, or check that, 6 different Rail Splitters that have scored in that first half, and 5 different players drilled a 3 for Devin Carter's team. 32-28, busy day here in mid-March on this Saturday. We'll tell you how Carson-Newman baseball, Carson-Newman softball, and Carson-Newman beach volleyball all fared on this Saturday in mid-March, as well as some Division II scores across the NCAA tournament. It's halftime here in Tex Turner Arena in Harrogate, Tennessee. It's Carson-Newman 32 and LMU 28 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Lite is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Lite. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilite.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Back at Tex Turner Arena here courtside, where Carson-Newman women's basketball leads Lincoln Memorial 32-28. Around the Carson-Newman athletics world today, the Carson-Newman baseball team swept a 3-game series and a doubleheader today at Emory and Henry. Christian Henderson tossed the program's first complete game shutout since 2022 to rout the Wasps 12-0 in the first game of the day. And then Colton Kaysen shoved for 6 scoreless innings to help Carson-Newman defeat E&H in the series finale 5-3. Carson-Newman baseball's won 5 straight and is back in action Tuesday at home against Alabama Huntsville. Carson-Newman softball was here in Harrogate earlier today. Lost the first game of that doubleheader 2-1 in extra innings. The Rail Splitters walked off on a sacrifice fly to win 2-1, but 19th-ranked Carson-Newman responded in a big way by run-ruling the Splitters 12-2 in 5 innings to win the second game of the day and split that series today with the Rail Splitters. Carson-Newman Beach Volleyball started the day with a shutout of Lynchburg 5-0, but then dropped the second match of the day to Liberty in a match that actually will not count toward their record this season. Across the NCAA tournament, LR is in the Southeast Region title game by rallying against Coker 54-45. Bears trailed by as many as 10 early on in that contest, but rally to eliminate the Cobras, and LR is in the region title game awaiting the winner of this contest. Some other Division II scores in the South region. Union, the 2 seed, lost by 27 to Eckerd, the 3 seed. Eckerd will play the winner of Alabama Huntsville and Nova Southeastern. Winston-Salem State in the Atlantic Regional defeated Gannon 67-48. And Damon defeated Bentley 58-55. Other scores we'll give you when we hit the Domino's post-game report later on. Carson-Newman leads at halftime for the 21st time this year. They've won 5 straight games when leading at the break. and they're 18-2 this season. They're up by 4 at halftime of this NCAA tournament regional semifinal. We'll bring you the second half here from Harrogate, Tennessee, after these messages along the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, loses her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, 3 from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagle Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, Andrew Rogers back courtside for the second half of action. Carson-Newman will move left to right in the second half with a 4-point lead. And Emily Gonzalez, the senior guard, engineers the Eagles' offense to begin the second half. Bounce pass, Weddington. They pop open Knuckles for a shot. She pump fakes, now dishes to Sullivan. Sullivan driving on Barr, flips one up and missed it, but a foul called on the way up. It'll be free throws for Jen on a foul by Asia Barr. Asia Barr commits LMU's first foul, game's first foul of the second half. Second on her. 14 seconds into the third. Jen Sullivan, the senior from Knoxville, gets a free throw attempt, and she buries it nothing but strings. Double figures for Jen. First player in the game in double digits now in scoring. She has 10. Second foul shot just as good as the first. 44th career double-digit scoring day for the senior in her Carson-Newman career, which is just 2 years, and the lead for the Eagles up to 6. Pass to Smitty, now gives it to Collier, back to Smitty. Smitty crosses over around his screen, dribbles with the left hand, now hands off to Anderson, who dropped the ball out of bounds. Carson-Newman's half-court defense disrupting LMU's offense there, and the Splitters turn it over for an 11th time. All right, more than 30 seconds into the third quarter. It's 34 for Carson-Newman and 28 for Lincoln Memorial. Bounce pass, Weddington at the elbow. Dribbles, hands off, Knuckles, long three. Up for Maddie, swishes in. Nux has a second three. She's got 10. It's a 5-0 start to the second half for Carson-Newman to lead by 9. One-hand pass to Patty around a screen, dishes corner. Anderson fires a three, and there's the answer for Kiara Anderson. Her third triple matches Knuckles' three. It's 37-31. 8:50 to go, third quarter. Rogers left wing, dribbles with her right hand to the top of the key. One-hand pass to Maddie Knuckles, who hands off to Sullivan. Sullivan around his screen, driving left, gets by Barr, left-hand layup, missed it. Weddington, offensive rebound, fell to the floor, dishes it outside the arc to Smitty, who is tied up And the arrow favors LMU, so the Splitters get a defensive stop, but it took a held ball to get possession back. 37-31. LMU has possession. This is a team that has made 7 threes of their 11 shots in the game. This is a good three-point shooting team, though. They are tied with Carson-Newman for the conference's lead in 5th nationally, averaging 9 threes a game. Carson-Newman, meanwhile, 6 of 10 from deep as Patty dribbles to the left wing. Lob it inside. Collier catches with a switch on her. Dish it out. Smitty, triple. Barely hit the net. Rebound saved in bounds by Patty. Out to Sullivan. Sullivan quickly into the front court. Stops at the headed key. Lobs it inside. Weddington the catch and the right-hand layup. A Jen deuce, or a Jen Fine to a Delaney deuce. Makes it an 8-point Carson-Newman lead 2 minutes into quarter 3. Second assist for Sullivan as she guards Smitty, who falls down in a foul. Smitty fell on the ball as well. That'll be Jen picking up Carson-Newman's first foul of the third quarter, and her first as well. For a Carson-Newman defense, it's only fouled 4 times in this game so far. 39-31, lob it to Collier, left elbow. She dribbles once and hands off to Patty at the top of the key. Lexi Patty drives left on Rogers, backs her down in the lane. 10 feet away, falls down, shovels it inside. Barr lost the possession. It's loose underneath at the left block, and we've got players on the hardwood and still waiting for an official call. It's going to be a held ball, and the arrow this time favors Carson-Newman. 7:45 to go third quarter. Carson-Newman has led for all but 4 minutes and 40 seconds of this regional semifinal. Sullivan, right wing catch, lob it to Knuckles. Gives it back to Jen. Right wing 3. This one's way off, wide left. May have rushed that a tad. Did Sullivan, had some space, wanted to get one off from distance and missed it wide left. Eagles can get back and set their defense, though, up by 8 with 7:32 to play in this third quarter. Mike Mincy's team trying to qualify for the regional title game for the second time in 3 years. Pass to Patty at the right wing, lob it inside. Collier catches, dishes back out Patty. One more Anderson. Back out Patty. Patty around an Anderson screen. Dribbles, hands off, Smitty, left wing. Smitty drives baseline, cut off by Sullivan. Gives it back to Patty, left wing 3 in the air. Missed it wide right. Rebound bounces. Weddington tracks it down. Outlet pass with one hand up the far sideline for Gonzalez. She dribbles it up the left-hand side and will set Carson-Newman's offense here in the half court. Mike Mincy yells for the play. Dishes left wing, Knuckles catches. Knuckles dribbles once, skips it Rogers, back to Gonzalez. They're looking inside for Weddington. They throw it inside, but it's over the head of Weddington out of bounds. The Seagulls were looking for the mismatch and threw it away. Turnover number 10 on Carson-Newman, gives it back to Lincoln Memorial. Lady Eagles have taken advantage of LMU's 12 turnovers. They've scored 18 points off those turnovers, while the Rail Splitters have just 4 points on Carson-Newman's 10 turnovers. Smitty in the ball in the corner, kicks it back out. Barr triple, rattles around. It was halfway down and falls out. Rogers defensive rebound, her 5th. And gives it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez thought about a 3, now dishes Sullivan left wing. Sullivan fakes a pass, now rips through, goes behind the back, picked up the dribble and gives to Knuckles. Knuckles dribbles once, a second and third time. She drives inside, dishes Weddington. 9 to shoot for Delaney and Carson-Newman. Gives it to Rogers. 6 seconds. Keeley to the basket. Running shot. Left hand. High off the window. It got the friendly roll. 4th point for Keeley Rogers, and Carson-Newman leads by double digits for the first time tonight. 5:45 to go in the third. Pass to Anderson, top of the key. Fakes a pass and goes to Barr, right wing. She lobs it in for Collier. A power dribble. Kicks it left wing. Patty back to Smitty. Smitty, right-hand dribble to the foul line. Navigates and hands for Barr at the right wing. Throw it inside. Collier catches, shoots off glass, and gets the roll. Camille Collier has her 9th point, and Carson-Newman's lead back down to 8. That snaps an LMU scoring drought of 3 minutes and 10 seconds as Gonzalez bounces. Weddington catches and is fouled. Anderson was late getting there on the rotation defensively, and Weddington was on her way up for a layup from the left block and got fouled from behind by Kiara Anderson. Second on her. Second on the Splitters will send Delaney Weddington, the freshman from Morristown, to the foul line. First one up for the rookie, and it rattles around and out. Weddington has 9 points and 6 rebounds, making her 4th straight start. All have been in the postseason. Next free throw up, and it goes out as well. 0 for 2 from Delaney at the line. 41-33. We come up on the halfway point of quarter 3. Barr around his screen, gives it back to Anderson, top of the key. Reverse it right side, Lexi Patty. Dribbles once and gives to Smitty on a chest pass. Third inside, Collier catches, spin, shot up and in off the glass. Back-to-back Camille Collier baskets, makes it 41-35 Carson-Newman. Gonzalez around his screen at the foul line. Goes between the legs, drives inside, stops, pump fakes, pivots, shoots up off glass and scores. Emily Gonzalez, crafty in the lane for 2, her 7th point. Pushes the lead back to 8. Carson-Newman only scored 51 points in this building back a month ago in February. They've got 43 right now as Collier had the pass deflected. She recovers it, lobs it back to Barr. Clock down to 10. Collier going right at Knuckles. Lost it on a spin. Gonzalez takes it away. A steal for the Lady Eagles. LMU's 13th turnover. Emily dishes left side Knuckles. Knuckles fires a triple. Boom! Maddie Knuckles buries her 3rd 3, and Carson-Newman's lead grows to 11. 4 to play in the 3rd. It's 46-35. Smitty around his screen, driving right. Dishes to Patty, back out front. Anderson, lob it inside. Too high for Collier. Back-to-back rail splitter turnovers. Still need our media break. 3:40 and counting in the 3rd. Eagles by 11. Gonzalez gives it to a curling Sullivan around his screen. She rips through, pump fakes a 3, drives inside, hop step, lost it in the lane. Sullivan gathers it back, though, with 12 to shoot. Skip pass, left corner. Gonzalez lines it up. Left it short, and we've got a foul on who? It's on LMU's Lexi Patty. It'll keep Carson-Newman in possession of the ball after Patty's 2nd foul. Carson-Newman's made 3 of its last 4 shots, has scored 5 straight to balloon the lead to 11. 46-35 with 3:26 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lady Eagles up thanks to 50% shooting and 72% shooting after halftime here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
First Bank is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place where you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location today to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles pride. So it's Carson-Newman ball in the midst of a 5-0 burst, leading by 11 after the LMU foul. Inbound to Rogers, deflected. She tracks it down in the deep corner, dribbles a couple of times to create some space going baseline. Now lobs it back to Gonzalez. Still plenty of time. 12 to shoot. Gonzalez snipes her way into the lane. Dishes out Rogers. Skip past Sullivan. Left wing 3. Up, and it is short. Smitty grabs the rebound from the baseline. Just Carson-Newman's 2nd miss from long distance here in the 3rd. 3 to play in the 3rd. Carson-Newman up 11. Anderson, top of the key, fakes a pass, gives it to Patty. Lob it inside. Collier met by a triple team. Dishes out Anderson. Tray ball. High arcer, left it short. She collides with Collier for the rebound. Anderson rips it away, flips it up and in with the right hand. 46-37, 2:45 to go in the 3rd. The lead back down to single digits on the Anderson layup, her 11th point. Gonzalez lobs foul line, Knuckles catches, fakes 2 handoffs, turns and faces against Collier, dribbles a couple of times at the free throw line, crosses over, drives to the basket, shoots, got blocked and fouled by Camille Collier. First foul on the conference's, South Atlantic Conference's Player of the Year. will send Knuckles to the line to shoot 2. 4th team foul on the Rail Splitters. None left to give here in quarter 3. The All-SAC tournament team player Knuckles and the All-SAC third teamer drills the first free throw, nothing but net for her team-leading and game-leading 14th point. Knuckles has been fantastic in the postseason. She has scored in double figures, and now 4 of Carson-Newman's 5 postseason games, and makes the second. Weddington will rest. Sybil Penland takes her spot with 2:25 to go in the third, and Carson-Newman up 11. Bounce pass, elbow catch, right side for Collier. Backdoor goes Smitty for a layup. Nice finish. Good set play there. Smitty went backdoor for a layup against Sullivan. 48-39, we approach the 2-minute mark. Gonzalez for the answer from 3, buries it. We've got a foul underneath going for the rebound after the made triple from Emily Gonzalez. She is 2 of 2 from long distance for a Carson-Newman team from 3. That is 8 of 14. 51-39. The foul was on Penland, her first. First on Sybil, just Carson-Newman's second team foul here in quarter 3. Carson-Newman's 12-point lead is its largest of the game. Smitty out front, a right-hand dribble and a chest pass to the right wing for Patty. Patty lobs it, baseline catch for Collier. Eagles showing a double, they don't go yet. Collier dribbles once or twice, spins, shoots over Knuckles, and missed it strong. Defensive rebound, Keely Rogers. She'll lead the break for the Lady Eagles. Dribbles. Now dishes back out front, Sullivan. 100 seconds left in the third. The Lady Eagles have made 4 of their last 5. From the field, the lead by 12. Gonzalez to the basket. Layup blocked. Keeps it inbound along the baseline. Kicks it out, Sullivan. And we've got a timeout called by head coach Mike Mincy with the possession not really going anywhere. 1:28 to go in the third quarter. Carson-Newman leads 51-39. The Lady Eagles after halftime are 60% from the field and 60% from 3 to grow what was a 4-point halftime lead out to 12. 88 seconds left in the third. We'll recap. We'll finish the third after these messages along the Eagle Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
All right, 51-39. Carson-Newman burned its first called timeout of the game. They'll have 3 left to save this possession that has 11 seconds on the shot clock. Sullivan inbounds the ball from the sideline to Knuckles. She fakes a handoff with Jen. Now drives to the basket. Gets around Collier. Flips one up strong. Collier defensively rebounds the ball for the Splitters. 75 ticks to go in the third. LMU's been outscored 19-11 in this third quarter. Carson-Newman, since the first, has outscored the Splitters by 15. Smitty on a pick and roll gives it to Collier for a right-hand layup. Good action there in the corner to hit a rolling Collier for the layup. 51-41, less than a minute to play in the third. Sybil Penland dribbles out front to Maddie Knuckles. Nux dribbles a couple of times, now skips the ball in the corner for a Penland triple and left it short. Barr rebounds the ball for Lincoln Memorial. Smitty moves right to left for the Rail Splitters. The all-sack guard around a screen, moving left, dishes corner to Patty. She turns down the 3, now bounces to Collier in the lane, backing down Knuckles. Met by a double team, dishes corner for Patty, who can't save it inbounds, throws it into the first row and out of bounds for LMU's 15th turnover. 2.5 seconds separate the game clock from the shot clock here in the final moments of quarter 3. LMU's crowd cheering for defense, something that they have not played in quarter 3 so far. Gonzalez not pressured out near midcourt as she dribbles the ball in front of the scorer's table. Clock's down to 10. Emily rejects a knuckle screen, driving inside, pump fakes, backdoor goes Sullivan to the baseline, tries to shoot a shot up and got tied up. It's a hell ball, although one official had a foul, the other had a hell ball. They're going to call a foul on Lincoln Memorial. One official had a held ball, the other had a shooting foul, and Jen gets rewarded with 2 shots. They got Asia Barr for her 3rd foul reaching in. Foul before the held ball, they say. So 2 shots for Jen Sullivan. Her first one is pure. Jen, an 84% foul shooter, has her 12th point of the game. One of 3 Lady Eagles in double figures. Next one is up and good. 12-point Carson-Newman lead, 5.5 seconds to go. Batty inbounds the ball to Smitty. Smitty crosses over 2 seconds as she crosses half court. Fires a 3, and Knuckles sends it back at her, and that's the end of the 3rd. Sullivan took a hard hit on a Collier screen, but is back to her feet as the Lady Eagles walk to the bench with a 12-point 4th quarter lead. 53-41. Carson-Newman shoots 50% from the field and from 3 in quarter 3 to grow a halftime lead of 4 to a 4th quarter lead of 12. Final 10 minutes put up on the clock with Carson-Newman up 53-41 on Lincoln Memorial here on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
A 12-point lead for Carson-Newman as Lincoln Memorial gets ready to inbound the ball. They'll have the first possession of quarter 4 with the Lady Eagles up 53-41. The Lady Eagles this year 21-2 when leading after 3 quarters. Ball to Collier. She backs down, knuckles, spins, shoots in the lane. Missed the shot as it spins off the iron. But a foul called on Carson-Newman's all-conference forward, Maddie Knuckles. Just her first foul. And Carson-Newman's first foul of this 4th quarter is 10 seconds into the frame. Collier to the line. This is just her 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game, and the first one goes through. Carson-Newman has defended at a very high level without fouling in this game. They've only committed 6 fouls as Collier makes both. 53-43. Mike Mincy holds up his entire right hand, holds up the number 5 for his team to run this set. Rogers left wing, dribbles on some pressure defense from Patty, now bounces the ball to Gonzalez right wing. Emily crosses over in the lane, spins, lost the ball, got it deflected away, recovers it, and sends it out to Sullivan with 7 to shoot. Back to Gonzalez, 6 to shoot. Down to 4 now. Gonzalez in the middle of the floor, met by a double, breaks the double, flips one up, and it goes in and out. Patty rebounds. LMU can make it a single-digit game on this trip. LMU has the ball, dish it Barr. She pump fakes a 3, drives inside, bounce past Collier, had it ripped away. Weddington the steal for Carson-Newman. LMU's 16th turnover. Gonzalez walks it up the floor. Most turnovers in a game for the Rail Splitters since late January. Weddington right-hand dribble, skip past Knuckles, right wing 3, bingo! A Nux tray ball for her 4th of the game. It's 56-43 with 8:40 to play. Foul called out front on Jen Sullivan, reaching in on Smitty. Second on Jen, second on Carson-Newman in the 4th. Maddie Knuckles has her third game in the last 4 with 4 or more threes. All of those games are a career high. She's matched her career high in threes with 4 for the third time in the last 4. Collier has the ball right elbow, gives it to a cutting Patty for a right-hand layup. Nice action there. Patty wrapped around a screen for the deuce. 56-45. Carson-Newman leads Lincoln Memorial, the top seed in this Southeast Regional. Gonzalez met by a double team, dribbles away from it, now fakes a handoff, now gives it to Sullivan, who cuts baseline, missed the shot short. Patty rebounds, falls down, and loses the ball out of bounds. 8:07 to play in the game. LMU got a defensive stop on a miss, but missed the opportunity to run as Patty fell down with the rebound and lost it out of bounds. Inbound for Carson-Newman, a fresh 20-second shot clock. Gonzalez looks for the inbound, still looks, lobs it into play for Knuckles, who backs down Collier, spins away from her, looks for a shot, now dishes out Rogers. 2 minutes into the fourth, Carson-Newman leads by 11. Gonzalez left wing, dribbles into the painted area, flips one up short, it goes out of bounds, back to LMU. Gonzalez, one of 3 Lady Eagles in double figures, has 10 points, came up short on that right-hand hook. And he gives it back to the Rail Splitters, who will roll the ball up the floor. Smitty letting it walk up the floor here, or will walk up the floor with the ball, and now picks it up and crosses half court. Patty, top of the key, catch for Collier, finds a backdoor cutting Smitty, layup up, no good, but a foul. 2 shots for Alexis Smitty, who went backdoor on Jen Sullivan. So Jen has picked up 2 of Carson-Newman's 3 fouls here in the fourth and now has 3 herself in the game. 7:43 to play. Alexis Smitty will shoot foul shots for the Rail Splitters. The All-SAC second teamer has just 5 points in the game. First free throw up, too strong. LMU is just 4 of 7 from the stripe in this contest. The senior takes her time. One dribble and flips the second one up and short. It rolls off the right side, and Maddie Knuckles snares down a 5th rebound. She'll bring the ball up the floor. Dish it left side, Gonzalez. Emily dribbles with the right hand and hands off. Sullivan out front. Jen met by 2 white jerseys. Dribbles away from the double and gives to Rogers. Keeley skips it. Now into the corner. Weddington catches. 10 to shoot. Delaney gives it to Sullivan, top of the key. 7 to shoot. Jen, left-hand dribble around his screen, got fouled. With 5 to shoot, LMU commits its first foul of the fourth quarter. It's on Asia Barr, and that is her 4th. The Lebanon, Tennessee native is the first player in the game with 4 and will leave the floor. Malia Hill is going to come in for the Rail Splitters. Her first action of the second half. First time LMU has subbed after halftime. Knuckles reverses to Rogers. Around his screen is Weddington, who curls and gives it back to Keeley. Keeley inside the arc, backing down Anderson, gives it to a cutting Knuckles. Now to the baseline, Gonzalez. 8 to shoot. Emily at the right wing, now dribbles into the paint, dishes out. Sullivan, 3, high arcer, missed everything. Weddington saves it in bounds, but was out of bounds when she grabbed the ball. Saved it in play, but her left foot had touched the baseline. Carson-Newman comes up empty, and with 7 minutes to play, LMU has the ball down 11. Carson-Newman has led since a 9-0 run early in the second quarter. Smitty, right-hand dribble around his screen. Inside the arc, now dribbles back out to the right wing before driving middle. Dishes on a lob pass to Anderson, and then her pass to Hill back out front was deflected out by Emily Gonzalez. 56-45. Carson-Newman leads. They've led by as many as 13. Smitty pump fakes a 3, dishes back out. Anderson, high arcing triple, too strong. Collier had the rebound, but Rogers in there to poke it away from her. And Keeley will get her 5th rebound and bring it into the front court, driving into the painted area. Now into the corner, gives it to Knuckles. Back out front, Gonzalez. Gonzalez gives it to Rogers, who drives right, gets around the defender, stops, kicks it out. Sullivan. Sullivan makes her defender fall. Dishes to Weddington. Baseline shot swishes in. Delaney Weddington in double figures for the 5th time this season. Increases Carson-Newman's lead to 13. All of Delaney's double-figure scoring games have been in the last month of the year. Collier dribbles twice and gives the ball to Patty, who cuts to the left block, backing down Rogers, 10 to shoot. Patty still backing down Rogers, fades away with a right-hand hook. The shot goes in and out. Collier rebounds, puts it up for 2. Timeout Lincoln Memorial, 5:47 to play, fourth quarter will bring us to a break. LMU's second chance basket, just their 6th second chance point of the game, ends a 2.5-minute scoring drought to make it a 58-47 ball game with 5:47 to play. First called timeout for the Rail Splitters brings us to a break in the action. Carson-Newman leads by 11 here inside Tex Turner Arena, trying to do something that no team has done this year, and that's win in this building in a road game. Eagles by 11 with 5:47 left on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman inbounds the ball and brings it left to right with an 11-point lead with 5:40 to play in this regional semifinal. Gonzalez hands off to Sullivan. Sullivan, the all-SAC first-teamer, gives it to Rogers, who fakes a handoff with Gonzalez, goes baseline, dishes for Weddington for a right-hand layup. Excellent set out of the break in the action. Rogers hits Weddington for her 13th point, and Carson-Newman's lead is back to 13. 5:15 to play in the fourth quarter. Smitty chest pass right wing for Malia Hill. Lob it to the baseline. Anderson backing down. Weddington shoots a layup off glass for 2. 13 for Kiara Anderson. It's back down to an 11-point Carson-Newman lead halfway through the final quarter. Rogers left wing. Dribbles the ball to the foul line. Hits a back-cutting Sullivan, who's fouled from behind by Anderson. Second team foul on the Rail Splitters will be charged on Kiara Anderson. LMU's senior forward has committed her third foul. That will send Jennifer Sullivan back to the stripe for Carson-Newman. Stick around, Eagle fans. The Domino's post-game report will have the selection of our premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Delaney Weddington, I think, has a little bit of blood, or maybe a bloody nose. And so Carson-Newman will get about 30 seconds to attend to that. Carson-Newman's athletic trainer, Rebecca Spate, is tending to Weddington. With 4:55 to go in the fourth quarter, Sullivan is yet to shoot these 2 free throws. And now we'll line up the first and bury it. Carson-Newman as a team 8 of 11 in this contest. Sullivan is perfect, 5 of 5, and there's no announcer's jinx. She makes the 6th one. She's 6 of 6, and the Lady Eagles go back up 13, 62-49. Asia Barr dribbles out front, bounces the ball to Collier, a handoff for Patty. Patty out front. Crossover dribble, now a pass to Smitty. Lob it to the block for Collier. Catches, faces, and scores off the window. Collier the layup, and it's her 19th point. And we've got some more blood on Delaney Weddington, I think. 4:35 to go in the game, and Weddington's going to come out of the game. That bloody nose may still be going, or it might be on the uniform. 62-51, LMU's going to make a change here as well. Callie Housley will come in for Alexa Smitty. 4:35 to go. Gonzalez will walk it up to the floor for Carson-Newman, who leads by 11. Holding off an LMU team that started to catch some fire offensively. They've made 4 of their 6 fourth-quarter shots. Knuckles dribbles out front and hands off for Rogers. Rogers fakes a pass, still dribbling out front with the right hand. Now picks it up and gives to Sullivan across the floor here at the near sideline. 6 to shoot. Sullivan around his screen, dishes right wing. Gonzalez pump fakes a triple with 3. Fades away from the right elbow and missed it short. Patty rebounds the ball. 4 to play. Carson-Newman by 11. Patty inside the arc, stops the foul line, dish it out, right wing, Anderson, back to Patty, top of the key. Back to Anderson, they look inside and give to Collier. She faces on Knuckles, backing her down, pump fake, shoots, and is fouled. 3:46 to go. The foul is on Maddie Knuckles. That is just her second, but it is Carson-Newman's 4th team foul of the final frame, so none left to give for Carson-Newman in this final quarter of play. 62-51. Collier back to the line. She's 3 of 4 at the stripe for an LMU team that's only 4 of 8 in the game. Her first one switched in. 62-52. Collier has a game-high 20. Next one up, and it goes in and out, no good. Penland right in there. The freshman grabs the rebound. Her second of the game and gives the ball to Keely Rogers, who brings it front court. Lost it along the sideline, recovers, and Mike Mincy is going to use a timeout. He'll have 2 left. Rogers was in trouble right in front of Coach Mincy, and he called a timeout wisely with 3:37 to play in this regional semifinal game. Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. Contact Carson-Newman men's basketball alumnus Taylor Hawkins at SeneEagles.com/Modern Woodman to help secure your family's financial future. More efficient offense for a Carson-Newman team that only scored 51 points in this building against these same rail splitters back on February 11th. A month and 3 days later, Carson-Newman's got 62 with 3.5 left and is shooting 45% from the field and 53 from 3. Rogers inbounds to Knuckles, who gives it back to Gonzalez. Eagles have 20 seconds to work with. Bounce pass Sullivan, right wing, foul line extended. Rejects it, met by 2, pulls up for a mid-range shot, missed it strong. Rebound deflects out. Who's it off of? It's off of Carson-Newman. Mike Mincy wanting to know who the ball is last off of. He's talking with his team to see if he should challenge, and he will not. 3:25 to go. LMU basketball. They have trailed since Carson-Newman's 9-0 burst early in the second quarter, and they've not been within single digits in this final quarter. Smitty brings it across, dribbling out front with pressure from Sullivan. Smitty fakes a pass, now gives to Patty out front, and head coach Devin Carter, 9 seconds into the possession, is going to call his second timeout of the game. Both teams will have 2 timeouts left with 3:16 to play. A spot in the regional championship game is on the line. Carson-Newman has made 3 regional championships in program history. They have won just one of them, but they're hoping for a 4th appearance in the title game, which would be Monday night in this very building at 7 o'clock against the second-seeded Lenore-Rhine Bears. This is a rubber match. Carson-Newman won at home, LMU won at home, and now this postseason meeting decides whose season continues and whose ends. Inbound to Barr out of the LMU timeout. She's got the ball in her 4 points in the game around a Collier screen. Steps back, now gives to Smitty, top of the key. Smitty skip past corner. Anderson lines up a high arcing 3. Left it well short. Followed or missed to the baseline. Pump fake, shoots, and missed everything on the layup. Weddington rebounds the ball for the 7th time. Carson-Newman ball. Up by 10, 2:50 to go. Sullivan pick and pop with Knuckles. Skip past Rogers, who cuts to the basket, wraps around the rim, dishes out Sullivan, stops off balance, dishes to Weddington at the baseline. Delaney looks, fires a pass to Collier, a steal for LMU. Carson-Newman's 11th turnover into the front court. Barr, a layup, missed it strong. defensive rebound. Knuckles was there, but Smitty goes to the floor and rips it away. And then LMU called a timeout. 2:30 to play. LMU has just one timeout left. It is another 30-second timeout. Carson-Newman's not scored in more than 2.5 minutes, but defensively during this stretch, they've only allowed LMU to score 3 points, and that's why this lead is still double figures. Well, Carson-Newman, even though they just turned the ball over, they've only committed 11 for the game, and they've only committed 3 turnovers in the second half of play to LMU's 8. Carson-Newman has a massive discrepancy in points off turnovers. 26 points off of LMU's 17 turnovers. 14 of those points off turnovers have been in half 2. All right, inbound to Anderson. Kick it right wing. Barr for a triple. It's up. It hits the back of the iron. Knuckles boxes out Collier. Rogers goes and gets the rebound. Outlet to Knuckles. Now up the floor to Sullivan to break the timeline. 2:15 to go. Sullivan gives to her fellow senior guard Gonzalez out front. Barr pressures her out near midcourt. And now Gonzalez hands off to Weddington. Left wing, Delaney dishes to Knuckles. 2 to play in the regional semis. Eagles by 10. Rogers pressured with 5. Drives inside. Kicks it Gonzalez corner. 4-3. Gonzalez to the basket. Right-hand shot. Missed it, but a foul with 1 second on the shot clock will send Emily Gonzalez to the stripe. 3rd team foul on LMU. 3rd on Patty. Will put Emily Gonzalez at the line for 2 foul shots. LMU in this 4th quarter has committed some late fouls in the shot clock. None greater than this one for Carson-Newman's Gonzalez, who makes the first foul shot. That is CN's 10th make from the stripe. Gonzalez adds on to her 11th point, and now 12. She makes both. It's a 64-52 advantage. 110 seconds to play. Smitty across half court with the ball. Right-hand dribble and a pass to Barr out front. One-hand pass to Patty, who hands it back to Barr, and we've got a foul on Carson-Newman's Gonzalez trying to defend that dribble handoff. 2nd on Emily, 5th team foul. So LMU, with the clock stopped, will get 2 free throws on Gonzalez's 2nd foul. Rail splitters are going to bring Asia Gilliard into the game for the first time, a 5'9 senior from Claremont, Georgia, and take Barr's place on the floor. With those 4 fouls, she exits. Lexi Patty's first free throw is no good. The Rail Splitters have missed 6 free throws in the game. They're 5 of 11. And if you take away Collier's 4 of 6, they are 1 of 5 as a team. Patty lines the second one up and swishes it in. 64-53. Full court pressure for the Rail Splitters. Eagles inbound to Weddington. She's doubled and bounces the ball to Rogers. Rogers crosses over, now skips the pass into the front court for Gonzalez. Eagles break it with ease and will set up offense with 90 seconds to play. Gonzalez dribbling out front with pressure from Smitty. Hands off for Rogers. Keeley at the free throw line. Dishes to Knuckles, who drives baseline. Euro step and a flip shot up and in. A 20-piece for Nux on the Euro, and the lead is 13. 75 seconds left. Smitty to the basket. Left-hand layup, no, and a foul. Minute and 11 seconds left. What a take from Knuckles. The Euro step in the lane for another 20-point night for the junior. She is 7 of 11 and has her 4th 20-point game in her last 6. And 3rd in the last 4. 66-53. Smitty's first free throw swished in as the LMU crowd has started to go silent here in Harrogate. They know what might potentially be happening. Rail Splitters have not made a basket in 3.5 minutes. They've scored points from the foul line as Smitty's free throw swishes in again. 66-55. Rogers will inbound the ball for Carson-Newman, who's only turned it over 3 times in the second half. Sullivan doubled, harassed, and fouled. That's the 5th on Asia Barr. If it's on her, she bumped into Sullivan. And the official will walk over and call it on Barr. That's 5 on the senior. And she has fouled out with 68 seconds left. Just 4 points for her in 33 minutes. LMU had 1 to give. That's the 4th team foul. Rogers will inbound, sideline entry, up the floor to Gonzalez, who lobs it back to Sullivan in a foul. Rail Splitters going to play the long game. They foul Gonzalez with 1 second coming off the clock there. 66-55 Lady Eagles. They just need free throws and to limit turnovers to secure a 4th regional title game appearance. Gonzalez's first free throw up and swished in. 12-point lead. Next one up, good. Carson-Newman matches its largest lead here in the final minute. It's at 13. Smitty across half court, a right-hand dribble around his screen. She dribbles baseline on Weddington, wraps around and bounces the ball. That ends up into the hands of Patty, who drives. Wild shot, missed everything. Rogers rebounds. It is grabbed immediately by Smitty. Carson-Newman's crowd behind its bench, half of them at least, rise to their feet, applauding this team's effort. 55.5 seconds to play. LMU's going to bring in a couple of seniors here. Rachel Early is a grad student from Mesa, Arizona. Malia Hill's a senior. That's played in this game. Soraya Henry, another senior. Asia Gilliard, another senior, alongside Aiden Smitty, who are all going to come into the game as LMU empties its bench with 55.5 seconds to play. An emotional moment for head coach Devin Carter and his bunch as they leave the floor with a 13-point deficit. Carson-Newman's Keely Rogers at the stripe. First one up, swished in. Lady Eagles 14 of 17 in the game from the foul line. Keely's got 5 points and 9 rebounds in the game. Next one up, short. Rebound LMU. Malia Hill has the ball in the front court at the foul line. Hands off to Rachel Early, who gives it to Asia Gilliard at the right wing. She dribbles left in the painted area, wraps around Rogers for a left-hand layup, missed it. Weddington defensive rebound. 8-second difference between the clocks. Gonzalez will walk it up the floor. Mike Mincy says just keep it out near midcourt. Carson-Newman's crowd has come to its feet here in Harrogate. 20 seconds. Gonzalez continues to dribble this thing out. Carson-Newman will not take a shot on this possession. They'll take their 4th turnover of the second half. 10 seconds. Shot clock down to 3, 2, and there's the violation. 8.4 seconds left. LMU will have one final possession in this regional semifinal game. Gilliard inbounds the ball to Malia Hill. Hill around his screen, 5 seconds, dishes back out. Gilliard, 4 seconds, puts up a 3, missed it. Henry rebounds, missed the layup at the horn. That's it. The buzzer sounds, and the Eagles have done it. Carson-Newman hands Lincoln Memorial its first home loss of the year. And the Lady Eagles punch their ticket to the regional championship game on Monday night. The final score in Harrogate, 69 for Carson-Newman, 55 for Lincoln Memorial. LMU's 17-game home winning streak, the second longest active home winning streak in Division II, ends on this Saturday night in Harrogate. Another 20-piece for Maddie Knuckles paces 4 double-digit scorers, and the Lady Eagles survive and advance to a 4th ever regional championship appearance. It'll be the second in 3 years for a Carson-Newman team that wins over a ranked team as well for the second straight.
Focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report. on the Eagle Sports Network.
Left wing Rutherford 3 up and kaboom! Torrey Rutherford.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning. Plus the selection of the AEC electrifying play and the Premier Building Maintenance Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Andrew Rogers back courtside for the Domino's post-game report as Carson-Newman takes down Lincoln Memorial 69-55. The final score here in Harrogate. The Lady Eagles are back in the regional championship game for the fourth time in school history and for the second time in program history as well by defeating Lincoln Memorial 69-55. We continue on with the Domino's post-game report. Andrew Rogers joined alongside by 15th-year head coach Mike Mincy. Coach, another really good offensive performance. I think you knew what you could get from this group defensively, but scoring the ball in that February meeting against LMU was the reason you lost that game, and it's the reason you win this game because your offense was really good in this game. Shot 53% from three and 45% from the field. How was your offense, really from the start of the game, able to find a groove to carry that consistency throughout to win this game?
Well, it's like I told you pre-game that, when we've scored the ball in our meetings against LMU, we've been able to pretty much hold them in the same number, or area. This was a little bit better tonight at 55, but it's been around 60. But if we could just score the basketball effectively, we felt like we had a chance to certainly pull the upset. And from the get-go, I like the mindset of our team playing here, and obviously LMU beat us the last time we played, and we did not play very well offensively. Only scored 51 points. Tonight was much better and got off to a good start. We had a little bit, when Emily got hurt there and went down, we lost a little bit of momentum and then gained it back when she got back in the game. And, of course, there's a lot of things I'm sure you're going to talk about, positives on the stat sheet, especially individually. Yeah.
Let's start defensively, though. LMU has 17 turnovers in this game, most turnovers since they played a game against Lenore Ryan, who you'll see tomorrow in late January. Yep. How were you able to disrupt what they did defensively? Because those 17 turnovers turned into 26 points off those turnovers.
I mean, we've ever since we turned into postseason play, we haven't pressed, and we've tried to get in the half court and play good defense. And I thought we did a really good job tonight. I mean, when you're trying to deal, especially with Collier inside, it's a difficult chore. And so with them, you got to pick your poison. Do you want to take away the twos or you don't want to take away the threes, but you can't take away both. And, in the first half, they got, 6 threes. Yep. 6 of their 10 buckets were threes. And then we get into the second half, and I thought we did a really good job of trying to take away both. And I think offense is obviously what got the dub, but I liked our defensive effort on that end as we challenged most everything that they got. They did get us on some really good sets when they ran them, but obviously we made enough plays to carry home a win.
All right, here we are talking about Maddie Knuckles again. Third time in the last 4 games. She drills 4 threes, and they've all come on efficient lines. I think the last 2 games, and the 2 in the SAC tournament, or 1 in the SAC tournament was 4 of 6. Yesterday was 4 of 5. Today's 4 of 5 to lead your team with 20 points. What have you seen from her, especially now in her consistency to stretch the floor, what she's more than capable of?
We talked about that a little bit. With Camille, she's such a good player, but it's mostly inside buckets. And with with Nux, it's a little bit of both. And, it's appearing to me that when Knuckles plays well, our chances of winning go up tremendously. And obviously we had, 4 players in double figures, which is obviously very solid. But, when we can play through her as the 5-man and spread the floor out, it's going to make our offense work much better.
Your 2 senior guards were in double figures. Jen had 15, hit a couple of threes. Emily Gonzalez hit a couple of threes as well. But Delaney Weddington, man, 13 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 7 rebounds. How did she change, and how does she continue to change the dynamic of the offense because of her ability to score inside?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both. It's on the defensive end and on the offensive end. But the one thing that Delaney gives us is a back-to-the-basket presence. Not that Knuckles can't do it, because she can, and she can go score, but Delaney's just really it's crafty. It's like an old vet down there trying to get the ball and use her moves to be able to go score. I don't know how many of those she actually got, but it felt like at least 3 of those were like back-to-the-basket type stuff, and I think that was her bucket there late that she scored there. That gave us a little bit more cushion, but I mean, her development from from not playing to now, and the amount of minutes she played tonight is just it's tremendous. And obviously we didn't go very deep. We knew we had to keep the best defensive unit we felt like we could keep on the floor toward the end of the game, and but we got a day off tomorrow, so we weren't really worried about legs as much in the SAC tournament.
You mentioned the day off. You'll play Lenore Ryan Monday night. Instead of asking about them, I want to ask, how proud are you of this group? Because you've mentioned it, and everybody knows that you've replaced 4 starters from last year from a really experienced team that made the regional title game and then got back to the semis last year. Had a whole host of adversity and lineup combinations with that. With all that that's gone on this year, how proud are you of this group to find its groove here down the stretch when it's mattered to get back to the regional title game for the 4th time in school history?
Yeah, I mean, how can I not be proud of them? Let's just say a lot of people counted this out. When you and I had some interviews when we went through a 4-game skid, and I think what's the coach supposed to say? You kept receipts on that or something?
Did you keep the receipts?
I kept some sort of receipts. They're on my phone. Got pictures of it, and it motivated our kids because we went through some adversity. We went through some struggles. Didn't play our best, but I really felt like when we were going through that mess, that there might be something good on the other side of it. And, here we are. We played for a title game in the SAC against Coker. Obviously, we didn't come out of that on top. But and then here we are again in another regional title game. And it's pretty special. This is the second one in 3 years, I guess.
Yep.
And it'd be nice if we could pull one out, But these kids are just used to winning. And the way they played tonight, to come in here, LMU hadn't lost at home all year long, and to beat them on their home floor in this particular situation, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Celebrate, and we'll talk Monday.
All right, thank you, Andrew.
That is the Lady Eagles head coach Mike Mincy as his team wins 69-55 over the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters, ending LMU's 17-game home winning streak on this Saturday night in Harrogate, Tennessee. Eagles by 14. We'll continue on with the Domino's post-game report. Final numbers from this one alongside a scoreboard update. Wraps things up courtside from Harrogate when we return after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, Turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. Long hot dogs to juicy steaks. Lisa's best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Continue on here at the Domino's postgame report. 69-55, the final score, with the Lady Eagles ending Lincoln Memorial's perfect home season in the regional semifinals, and it sets a date in Monday night's Southeast Regional title game at 7 o'clock against 17th-ranked Lenore-Rhine and the second seed in this regional. Here's some final game numbers from this one. Maddie Knuckles led all scorers with 20 points, nailed 4 threes, matched her career high in triples for the third time in her last 4 games. Jen Sullivan had 15 points on 3 made triples, went 3 of 13 from the field. Emily Gonzalez, 14 points, 4 of 10 shooting with 2 rebounds. Delaney Weddington off the bench, in the starting lineup again in 31 minutes, was great. 13 points, 6 of 8 shooting, and 7 rebounds as well. Keely Rogers led the team in rebounding. She had 9, while Sullivan and Weddington each dished out a team-high 3 assists for a Carson-Newman team that makes 23 of its 51 shots, 45%, 9 of 17 shooting from 3, 53%. And they were just as efficient in the second half, 45.5% in the second half of play as well. The conferences and regions player of the year, Camille Collier, dropped in 20 points, but it was not enough. She went 8 of 15 in 39 minutes on the floor to lead the Rail Splitters. Kiara Anderson rounded out the double-digit scorers. She had 13 on 3 threes and 5 of 12 shooting from the field for an LMU offense that shot 39% from the field and made 7 threes, but only 1 of them came in the second half of play. Carson-Newman took away the 3-ball in the second half after taking away the paint in the first half of play. Lady Eagles win the rebounding battle, plus 3 there, 30-27. Offensive rebounds were pretty even despite the Rail Splitters getting 3 more second-chance points. And the big discrepancy, which we talked about with head coach Mike Mincy, they forced 17 turnovers and scored 26 points off of them, while LMU forced Carson-Newman into just 12 turnovers, and they only scored 4 points off of all those mistakes in this game. Carson-Newman led since that 9-0 run in the second quarter. They lead for 35 minutes and 22 seconds of this regional championship game and had control of it throughout, including a double-digit lead for the entire second half of play. LMU had chances to get it to single digits, but never did. And Carson-Newman, from its initial 9-3 start to the third quarter, never allowed LMU to lead or to get within single digits the rest of the contest. Carson-Newman improves to 23-10 overall. LMU drops to 26-5 in their NCAA. And their season ends at the NCAA tournament in what is their first appearance and was their first appearance since the 2016-17 season. Carson-Newman, meanwhile, has its 3rd-ranked win at the NCAA tournament, and 2 of them have come in consecutive days, beating 12th-ranked Columbus State yesterday and now 15th-ranked Lincoln Memorial tonight here inside of Tex Turner Arena. That sets up a 3rd straight ranked game for Carson-Newman as they battle 17th-ranked Lenore-Rhine on Monday night. Take a look around the NCAA's Division II scoreboard here. IUP takes down Seton Hill in the Atlantic Regional, sets up a matchup with IUP and Winston-Salem State for who determines goes to the Elite Eight from the Atlantic Regional. Alabama Huntsville hosting Nova Southeastern. They're up 5 in the third quarter. Winner of that game gets Eckerd in the South Regional. How about the 8 seed? Minnesota Duluth took down the 1 seed Minnesota State yesterday, and they're up 31 on Central Missouri in the third quarter. It looks like it's going to be an 8 seed versus a 2 seed in the Midwest Regional of the bracket. Southern Connecticut State loses to Holy Family 61-51. Holy Family is going to play Damon in a 5-3 matchup in a regional title game. And in the Midwest, it'll be Grand Valley State against Northwood, 1 seed, 3 seed matchup there. Out west, Central Washington plays Vanguard later tonight, while Western Washington currently leads Cal Poly Pomona 47-40 in the final regional. Colorado Mesa is already into the title game, and they'll wait Texas Women's in the regional title game of that matchup. Here on the Domino's post-game report, Andrew Rogers glad to remind you that the Lady Eagles are headed to the regional championship game for the 4th time in school history, and that contest is scheduled for a 7 o'clock tip here inside of Tex Turner Arena. That's when Carson-Newman will tip things off against an Lenore Ryan team that's defeated Augusta and Coker to get into this game. 7 o'clock Monday night. We hit the airwaves at 6:45 here at Tex Turner Arena in Harrogate, Tennessee, for what will be the rubber mat. It will be a third meeting between Carson-Newman and LR. The Bears won the first 2 regular season meetings by 11 and 19 points. Once again, your final score here from Harrogate, Tennessee. It's Carson-Newman 69. It's Lincoln Memorial 55. Carson-Newman's headed back to the regional championship game for the 4th time in school history. We'll talk to you Monday night from Harrogate as the Lady Eagles end LMU's perfect home season by winning 69-55. Enjoy the rest of their weekend. We'll talk to you Monday night here from Tex Turner Arena on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Tri-Lite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Hope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Andrew Rogers, Ian Johnson, Jay West, Brianna, she's just a girl, DeCrow, and Matt Scalzo. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game. This is the Eagle Sports Network.